There you are. Hi, how are you? I'm Dr. Christine Sterling. I'm a board certified OBGYN, mom, and human being that has a physical inability to not speak my mind. Trust me, ask my husband. He's an introvert. It drives him bananas. So today, let's talk about mom shaming, all right? I know it brings up a lot of feelings. It makes me fiery. And, there may be people out there that are going to disagree with me, but fuck it. Let's talk about mom shaming. So, first thing we want to talk about is, why does this even exist? Why is it such a big thing? There is some dad shaming for sure, but it's not there to the extent that it is for people who identify as female. So why? Well, of course, when it comes to anything that has to do with the female sex, it has to do with the patriarchy, the racist patriarchy. So everything that I'm saying for women, it's even worse if you're a person of color or from another marginalized community at the intersection of your female identity. All right, so why does mom shaming exist? Well, it's because of the patriarchy. And at the end of the day, the patriarchy has instilled in all of us, because we all live in the ether that is the patriarchy, has instilled in all of us this idea that women are really not trustworthy. Just kind of manipulative, stabbing each other in the back. They're either, perfect, virgin, pure, or they're a bad girl, right? There's not a lot of in between. And so when it comes to mothers, we see those stereotypes even more solidified. If you're a mother, you're either the self-sacrificing, mother who gives up everything for her child. She's always sweet. She never swears. She's always put together. Or you're a quote unquote bad mom, which is just ridiculous. A bad mom it's literally just a human being that happens to be a mother, because there's no such thing as this other person. Like, she doesn't exist. If you think that you know the perfect mom, you're not seeing a three-dimensional version of her, because nobody exists in that complete perfect space, right? We all have flaws. We all lose our cool at times. We're just nobody is without flaw, okay? So we've established the bad mom is just actually a human being who's not a two-dimensional character, but a real human being. And here's the deal. Because women are, untrustworthy, we've got these hormones, we've got these ulterior motives, we're always backstabbing other women in the back, we surely can't be trusted. People need to tell us how to do things, right? If we aren't told constantly that breast is best, then we're just going to be selfish and just give our baby formula just because, we just want, more time for ourselves. We just can't be bothered with it. People make decisions, parenting decisions, for all types of reasons. I actually think it's totally okay to make a decision about feeding your children that takes into account your own well-being. I know, shocking, right? Or maybe the fact that how you parent might be specific to your child and to you and your individual strengths, and that maybe we can't really judge what a parent is doing from the outside. Do you remember a few years back, there was that photo of a mom with a little baby in an airport that went viral? Baby was lying on the ground and mom was on her phone. That photo went viral. Everybody's talking about how social media, phones are destroying motherhood. And then you hear the actual backstory behind that. She's like, her flight was delayed. She was like beyond stress. She's trying to figure out what to do. Classic example of mom shaming with just a sliver of advice. So here's the really tricky part about mom shaming. So often it comes from other women. But here's the deal. We know that internalized misogyny is 100% a thing. We get a lot of mom shaming from people of the opposite sex, there's mom shaming that comes from people who are outside the gender binary. I mean, mom shaming comes from everywhere. But when it comes from other moms, it hits in a different way. It's like, girl, don't you know? And here's the deal. A lot of times when you have internalized misogyny, or you have internalized these ideas about what makes a good mom, you're thinking to yourself, and I can't speak from personal experience, but I have seen this play out. You're thinking, I followed these rules. I completely sacrificed my sense of self and everything for my children. Why are these new moms coming up thinking they can just like live their lives and be happy and mother their way and not the way that society and everybody is telling us to do? It makes them feel like we are questioning how they did it because we're doing it differently. And listen, you just cannot carry that shit for someone else. I'm sorry if you want to judge me for my parenting decisions. That is clearly, there's something going on there for you. It's not a me thing. I'm just living my life, parenting my specific children with their specific needs according to my specific strengths in our specific situation. And I truthfully do not give a shit what you think about my parenting. You can tell me, and people have told me this, y'all. I've been on the internet, I've been on Instagram for a minute. So yes, people have said this to me. You can tell me I am the worst mom in the world, that I'm terrible, that my children, I have literally been told that my children are poor. My children are so disadvantaged to have me as a parent. Fuck off. I'm a fantastic parent, and you are too, because you know yourself, you know your strengths, and you know your kids. People who mom shame are internalizing a lot of really damaging messages. And the truth is while they are unfortunately inflicting it on others, they're inflicting it on themselves far, far more than they are able to do that to others. So when I see mom shaming, I'm always like, ooh, there's a lot of pain there. And I try to approach it from that and have a little bit of empathy that like, whoa, girl, are you really believing those things? Because that's really rough. It's really tough to be a parent and believe all of these ideas about like what makes a good mom, and you have to do these certain things to be a good mom. I mean, yes, you have to be there for your children. You have to, actually, they can't be starving. Like, there is a such thing. There truly is a such thing as terrible parents. There are abusive parents in the world. There are bad parents in the world. But if you're watching this video, I'm gonna guess like 99.999% you are freaking fantastic. And doesn't matter what anybody says, that truth is still going to exist. In fact, sometimes we think that we need to be really good parents. We need to do all the things to be good parents. But really, to believe we're good parents, right? So we've got to do all the things, and then we will believe that we're good parents. And truthfully, I think it's the opposite. I think you need to believe that you're a good parent. You need to know that you were the right parent for your child. I believe that my children are my soulmates, and so that when I lean into myself, when I lean into my strengths, I'm leaning into that soul connection I have with them, because I believe that they are meant for me and I am meant for them. So I believe that I'm a good parent. That's where I start off, and then the things that I do, the goodness, flows from that, if that makes sense. So ignore the mom shamers, y'all. Just ignore them. I know it's hard, and I have been at the receiving end of a lot of it. And you know what? It does sting. I'm not saying you're Teflon. You don't need to be Teflon. But when you need to, you can always come back to this video and remind yourself of the badass, incredible mother that you are. If you have mom friends who are real with you, who don't judge you, who support you, who celebrate you, even on the days that you make a mistake, i.e. every day, show them some love. Inside of our membership community, Sterling Parents, which is a membership for millennials who are growing their family, we've decided that the Monday after Mother's Day is going to be Mom Friend Monday. And we're just going to love on our mom friends that day. We're going to send them text messages. We're going to send them little gifts. We're going to do all the things to tell our mom friends, I appreciate you, because there's a lot of toxic communities out there. There's a lot of mom shaming out there, and you are part of the solution. So one of the things that we're doing to celebrate Mom Win Monday is we are offering every person who joins Sterling Parents, which again is our membership community for millennials who are growing their families, who want evidence-based information and a supportive community, we are offering every member a free month to gift to a friend, to say thank you for being my support. So that's how we're celebrating in my community, Sterling Parents. You celebrate how you want to. Don't mom shame. And if you are mom shamed, remember, you can always come back here, get a little boost, because you are an incredible mom. Mwah.